So all of us, as we work with people who are traumatized, it's really important that we have such grounding in what it is that we're doing to bring about a resolution of this trauma, to bring about a state of rebalance, that the more we have the opportunity to get grounded in the materials that help us get there, the more likely it is that the energy we bring to that exchange is going to balance the energy of the person. Does that make sense? And we're going to be looking at that energetic piece of it several times throughout the day, because it's not something that tends to get covered in school, right? And yet there is not a one of us that doesn't feel that energetic exchange when we're in the company of another person. And when people are traumatized and in an extreme state of arousal, one of the ways they begin to settle is that you don't join them in their franticness. And it's so much more likely you will not join them in their franticness if you're grounded in your head going, I know what to do here. So by the end of today, that is my mission for you, is that you're going to know what to do in the face of a crisis. We're going to talk about it from a first responder perspective, and we're going to talk about it from the perspective of it's already occurred and now they're sitting with you in your office. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah. So along those lines, as we look at the types of ways in which people can become traumatized, I've divided them into some categories that we'll just go over briefly in terms of looking at the number one way that we think of trauma is in terms of violence. And on this planet, we have found a number of ways to be violent with one another. And the concept of assault and rape, domestic violence of any kind, robberies, break-ins, kidnapping, shooting, school things, school shootings, the bullying that goes on at school, the fights that go on at school, suicide and murder and terrorism, all part of that category. In addition, there are many natural disasters that can bring about a traumatic response.